Sweet home Alabama. Got the schoolie mini split. Looks like he's got a screened-in porch on it. I got solar on the roof, and looks pretty cool. A lot of solar on the roof. Nice screened-in lanai with a deck. Okay, heading into Birmingham. There's a few miles of this concrete nightmare road that basically is going to shake everything that you thought was put away firmly in your camper. It's going to dump it. Thanks, Birmingham. I'm at Huntsville, Alabama, at the National Rocket Museum. They actually have a campground, which I didn't know, right next to the Space Center for $30 a night. We'll do a tour of that a little bit later, but here we are. So I said to myself on the way home, what I need to do is go out and make more vlogging. So I'm talking directly to the camera to you guys when I'm out doing things like going to the Space Museum and going to the Frank Lloyd Wright House and to the studios in Muscle Shoals. Well, I couldn't record video in Muscle Shoals, so there's going to be a slideshow with voiceover. And in the Frank Lloyd Wright House, they asked I not record audio of the tour, just to take video. So kind of shot that in the foot. But I'm at the Space Museum, and I'm like, I'll shoot 70-some segments. I talked in a bunch of them, talking to the camera. Loaded into the computer. There was no sound, and I didn't know why. I was using at the time was my other favorite camera, my Osmo Pocket 2. And I can plug a mic into that, into the bottom. It's got a USB-C port down here on the bottom, and you can plug that in and plug that on my little holder, and I can plug it into my mic. I had the wrong dongle plugged in. I had the camera dongle, which has three plugs on it. I was using, sorry for the thing, I was using my phone dongle, which has 4 separate areas on it. So I apologize, I did get a little bit of audio, but I lost all of Huntsville to a dongle issue. So out there, all you YouTubers, remember, mark your dongles, because if your dongles dangle, you may not know which dongle's dangling. And I went into the Rocket Center. Initially, I was a little concerned because I thought it was just all kid stuff that was right at the beginning. And it's not. It's I was in there for 3 hours or more. There's interactive games and interactive simulators you can participate in for free. There's also a number of cost items that are $10 a person to do some simulators. I did not do any of those. Walked around, looked at the space stuff because it was cool. It's a good stop. $30 for adults. It was expensive, I guess. I would consider that on the upper limit of expensive for something to do, but I think it was worth it. So yeah, moved on over to this simulator for docking, which was pretty cool, and then walked over to the Skylab section, which was the interior mock-up of Skylab, and that thing's huge compared to the International Space Station that I walked through before over by Space Camp. And just amazing the difference in older 70s technology to the modern stuff. And of course, on to every camper's favorite, the Airstream. Notice the cigarette ashtray sitting right in the middle of the dining room table there, but yeah, it doesn't look like any bunkhouse I've seen recently. Looks a little dated, but also modern in its own way. Yeah, so far I've been in here about 2 hours, full of all kinds of cool stuff. All right, I'm going to sum up my trip here to the Rocket Museum in Huntsville. I am at the campground. They've got, I think, about 27 spots, and it's a little run down. They could put some money back into it. That would be pretty nice. The asphalt's kind of crumbly. The sites aren't great. They're not horrible. It's a destination campground, not a campground that's a destination. I'm on site 7 and I'm on the hill, so 7, 6, 5, I think 8. If you do come here, I would avoid those sites. They're not awful, it's just I had to block up, you know, 3 inches to get almost level, and the weather was good. There's a walking path behind me in the right-of-way for the electrical stuff, and then on the other side of that is the military installation associated with the Space Center and the Army and a bunch of other stuff. So I'm right behind the campground on the Energy Greenway, and I'm like looking at these things. I'm like, are these rocket parts? There's no way these are rocket parts. Let me turn the camera around. Look over there, and on that one it says United States, so it's thrust unit. So there's rocket parts out in a rocket junkyard out here on the Greenway, I guess. So overall, not too bad. Good places to walk your dog. Everybody's been pretty friendly. I had to laugh because one of the big things it says is don't wash your car or your camper, and I saw several people washing their cars and their campers while they're here. So, you know, follow the rules while you're at the campground. But overall, it's a decent stay. I think it's $30 a night here. I know it's $30 a night here plus internet fee. The shower does have what I consider a pretty good privacy gap on the door. So that's it from Huntsville. Kirby Dave. See you next time. Oh, and on behalf of myself and Daisy, my bearded boondock and Goodwill ambassador, purebred mutt buddy, we will see you next time. There's about to be a divorce out here. Or that, or lack of backing. Woo, I'm super excited. You know why? Because I got a vlog with a leaf blower, and that's a goal here at Kirby Dave Adventures. Oh yeah, baby, look at that. F-14 Tomcat. Top Gun.